Hey people, it's Scott and Faye with the Luzabago.
Hello, hello.
And again, yeah, I know, I'm the only one actually in the camera shop. So, here, you got her knee right there. It's like right there.
Hello.
There she is.
My hair's a mess.
Yeah, so like the hair and makeup department never came in today. I don't know where they're at. Like, we're gonna have to fire the whole staff. They all just gotta go. Like, how y'all doing? So we ran into a friend of ours, this cat named Dylan, and we ended up doing a video with him. Maybe a week ago. I don't know. Not sure. About a week. Uh, he came by and like parked up in the same parking lot with us. We hung out a bit, talked a lot of shit, uh, went back and forth on a bunch of stuff, and like he's a really, alright dude. He's a cool cat. He's got an awesome freaking bus. Like that thing is set up too. Like it's not 100% finished, but what in life really is, you know? So he's still getting it going. Like we went and shot a video of it today. And it's almost there, man. I mean, dude, that thing looks so good on the inside. Um, they just got done doing a bunch of work to it. So like they got like the construction papers still down on the floor. So like I wasn't able to get like the really nice wood floor that he's got in there. Like granted it's like probably like linoleum or like pergo or something like that. It's most likely not a real hardwood floor. Either way, I mean it looks friggin' beautiful. uh but like the countertop that's in that thing, it's like all live edge. It's a gorgeous piece of wood, like at least 3 inches thick. Like I I've seen some fancy houses that don't have countertops quite that nice. You know what I mean? Like they did some damn good work on this bus, and you can tell like they're not cutting any corners at all, which is awesome. Kudos and mad props. And I hope you guys like the video that we end up putting up. Because, like, yeah, I think it's cool to do some videos where, like, we get to interview other people or, like, let them tell you their story, you know? Even if it's, like, a partial. If, like, when it comes across, like, videos like that on here, if you guys want more, let us know. If you want more from, like, a particular person, like Dylan, again, let us know and we'll contact them and see if we can do a part two. Stuff like that. That's awesome, you know. Like this channel wasn't always about us anyway, you know. We started this channel originally just as like a mistake. We're using YouTube just to be able to upload videos and not have them on our phone. So, like, we were just screwing around because we had no TV, no internet, anything like that at first. So, and we only had a couple of games on these 2 devices a friend of ours gave us. One was like, what do you call it, a little tablet, and one was a phone. So the tablet had a couple of little video games on it. Faye played all the time. And I can't blame it all on Faye. I was playing too. Like, what was that, Swamp Attack or something?
Yeah.
Like, it was Swamp. So either way, we both kind of got addicted to this one game, and we just kept playing it. And the other thing we were doing was making goofy little videos, basically to each other, and then uploading them to YouTube and keeping them private. And like, we were just screwing around at first. And I put a video up and I didn't put it private. And a few weeks later, a friend of mine calls us up and was like, "Hey, I saw your video." And that's literally how we started the YouTube channel. Like, he called me up, told me that he had seen the video that I posted. And I was like, "What do you mean?" Like, I didn't mean to post a video. And then I went and checked it out. I was like, "Oh crap, I gotta take that down." Like, but then we had like the first like video where it was like the happy camper, I think. And I was like, you know what, screw it. I'll just put it up and see if anybody even cares. And like, that's literally how we started this channel. Like, we had no ambitions to like really run a YouTube channel or like do any of this at first. It just was kind of accidental. And then people kept coming up to us and talking to us about the house and kept asking a bunch of questions. And it was like, you know what, let's go ahead and make the channel public, and that way we could just answer questions on there. 2 years later, here we are. And like, it's one of the best mistakes we've ever made. Like, we've had a lot of fun with it. It's like, it wasn't intentional, really. It was just a mistake that we decided to run with. Because, like, that's all mistakes are, is they're choices you didn't plan on making. Doesn't mean necessarily that anything's wrong. Doesn't mean that you screwed up. You went through a different door. And sometimes in life, that's awesome. This is one of those times where it just worked out to be the room we needed to go into. So, yeah, that's basically how we started the channel. Now, something else we're going to be doing here soon is we worked out a deal with the church, and they're going to be providing us with a van that we can drive around and like pick up some of the homeless people around here, so that we can take them to go get showers, take them to medical appointments, stuff like that, so that we can drop off some food to people here and there, so we're not always having to try to do stuff with our truck. Because having to try to run around and like take care of people, like with the truck and the house, isn't that easy all the time. And if we're bouncing around, like trying to go into some of like these old parking lots and like trying to track people down, and like it becomes a lot on us and the house. And, you know, with us being able to use their passenger van, I think it's like a 15 passenger van. Like, that's awesome because, like, we can't fit nobody up front. And when I have had to give people rides, I gotta let Faye stay. I gotta have her stay at like a Wawa or stay at like some business. Like, I've had her just like staying at Walmart or staying at Goodwill, and I'll be back in an hour or I'll be back in 2 hours or whatever because I only got two seats in the front, you know. But now we'll be able to take people around, you know, let them get the services they need, let them get, you know, taken care of, cleaned up, whatever. Um, and I can't tell you how thankful I am for that. Like, the church here has just been awesome with everything. And they, like, they don't only just care about Christians, you know, it's like they don't only just care about this or that. No, they care. They they just flat out genuinely care. And like, you don't always run into that. So, like, we'll be able to pick people up, and the sister church to this church has showers. They have facilities for all of that kind of stuff. So we'll be able to like grab a bunch of the people from in Newark, get them down there, get them taken care of, and then be able to drop them back off with a bite to eat. And, you know, at first we thought we were going to end up having to take people up into Wilmington because we know of a couple spots up there to get showers and cleaned up. But, like, the fact that, like, not only do they have the van that, like, we're going to be able to use to go grab everybody, and but the fact that they even have their own shower set up, like, dude, that is so cool. That is so cool. Like, it's got to be like the hardest thing out here for most of the people that are on the streets is to get a shower. Like, you can get food, you know, here and there, and like, even people driving by will stop and give you something sometimes. Like, but being able to go get cleaned up, it's like an extreme rarity out here. So, like, that's the most important thing for us is to like take care of that situation first. Because, like, a lot of the homeless that are out here, yeah, they're homeless, but, you know, they're people. And, like, sometimes they're out in a tent, sometimes they're just out on a, you know, under a tarp. Uh, there's a few people around here that don't do anything. They just crash out next to whatever structure they can lean up against. Like, they've just given up on tents. They've given up on any kind of shelter whatsoever. Those are ones that really, like, you know, they get to me. But, like, you're not able to help everybody. And you can't let it beat you up too bad about it. But, like, there's definitely people out there that need help. They're willing to accept help. And those are the ones that we're, you know, we bust our butts trying to help. But there's some that they don't want help. They want to be left alone. And so you just gotta leave them, you know, leave them alone mostly. Mostly, you know. I'm a cantankerous little shit, so sometimes, like, I won't take no for an answer on some of them because you can tell ones that are just grumpy pains in the asses that want to cuss you out and want to like give you crap just because you're the only one willing to like deal with them. Sometimes you just gotta let people vent and just sit there and like, all right, I can understand, if you got like mad feelings towards society in general and everything, and like, and I'm the first person that's gonna talk to you in months, like, other than a screw you, get a job, or like get out of my way kind of scenario. Like, sometimes they kind of lose the ability to have a conversation without like being either threatening or dismissive or like hostile. But like, you can't just take it like that, because like, you gotta think of it like a sailor that comes off a friggin' ship. They're gonna talk gruff. They're gonna cuss nonstop. Like, every other word's gonna be a cuss word. Thus, you get the term cussing like a sailor. Well, the homeless are kind of the same way. Sometimes they've been beaten down by the weather. They've been beaten down by the fucking looks they get. So you go to talk to them and like, they just come off like hostile as all get out. Like, sometimes it's funny, because like, I've been called some shit, and I've heard some shit being thrown at me that was just like, wait, what? But once you build up a rapport, and once you actually start dealing with them and talking to them, and like, most of them are actually just good people, you know. Some of them are a little schizophrenic. Some of them are just flat delusional. And yeah, you got to be able to pick and choose which ones you're going to like spend the time and effort on. And that's kind of hard, because it's like, some of the ones that you know damn well need the most help won't take it. And like, you can try, but if it's going to get confrontational, you're just better off letting them be, because like, some of those guys will fight you just because of the fact that you wanted to help them. Like, some people you just gotta let be, because you don't need to get all wrapped up into like friggin' disputes, or like having the cops called because you're arguing with some dude because he won't take a frickin' sandwich. Like, you don't need to let it get to those kind of points. It ain't that important. If you want help, you want help. If you don't, you don't. But like, some of the people, you can tell they want help, but they're too proud to ask. And I mean, and that's kind of what me and Faye have been doing, man, is we've been trying to like mostly go after the ones that fall through the cracks. You know, because some of the people out here, they got their shit on lock. They really do. Like, they know where to go to get food. They know where to get everything they need. They got everything already settled and, like, it's organized for them. You know, they stay in a certain area because they can get over here to this place that serves, food these days out of the week, and they can get to this place and they can go over there. They got their whole little routine set up and they don't want nothing interrupting it. And kudos. Absolutely. Like, if you can make it work for you, then hey, it works. Who am I to judge? You know? Some of the people that we've come across that struggle the worst are some of the boondockers that are living in their cars because they weren't expecting to become homeless or expecting to, like, become stealth campers. So, like, they're usually just sleeping in their car because they got no other option at the time. They're the ones that there's some of the ones that seem to struggle the most. Now, we've come across a few that have it. They've got it down. Like, they ain't struggling. Like, living in their car is, like, just optimum for them. Like, I came across this one cat who had, like, he had pulled the back seat out of his car. He had, like, completely just changed the whole thing up. So it's just basically his little house. And it was like, he pulled the back seat out because that's where his dog ran around back and forth. And, like, he had literally, like, made a whole flat floor, had carpet on it, like, it had friggin' chew toys and everything back there. It was kind of neat. But, like, he said it mostly up for the dog. And, like, he had this little drawer that he had up underneath the passenger's, like, dashboard area, like the little foot area. And he could pull it out, and then all his stuff was in there. And he would slide it back up underneath the dash. And he had no passenger seat, took all of that crap out. So it was just a one-seater set up for him and his dog. And I mean, hey, if it works, it works. Like, but we've come across a lot that it just ain't working for them. And they're just struggling. So, we try to do our best to, like, help them with resources and point them in the right direction for whatever their needs seem to be. And I mean, it tends to work out pretty good, But now lately, like, with the support of the church, with the support of, like, Pastor Sharon, like, this year's going to be a much better year. We're going to be able to help out way more people. Be able to help them out more, like, into the terms of what they need. Because, like, me and Faye, for the last year and a half, 2 years, we've been running around, like, helping people out with just the means that we have, Now, you guys have been great dropping off cases of water and things like that throughout the summer to us to, like, help out everybody. Like, you guys rock. You guys really do. Like, you're like, you guys have been just as much a part of like what we do as we are, because without you guys like supporting us and helping us out and like dropping off supplies to us, we wouldn't be able to run around and help people out. We wouldn't be able to like put bags together for like different homeless people. We wouldn't be able to put, little food bags together, or little like supply bags or whatever it is. I mean, with the help of you guys, you've helped us put at least 6 tent setups together this past year. Backpacks, lights, camping equipment, all that kind of stuff. And hopefully this year we're able to do a lot more. And it really seems like we're going to be able to. So I think we'll just call that a video. And we love you guys. Be good to each other, man. Just be good. And if whether you help somebody else out or you help yourself out, just help out. Like, do something good for yourself if you need to. Like, because you can't help somebody else up if you're not standing on steady ground. So, don't think of it as being selfish or being like self-centered or anything like that. If you need work, stop everything else and work on you. When you get on your feet, when you get to that point where you're like, you feel all right, then you can reach out and like grab somebody else's hand to help pull them up too. Bless you, baby. I'm waiting for that third one. All right. Love you guys, and we'll see you later.
Later.